Hola from the West Side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, 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 Hola from the West Side. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It was a good weekend here. I was able to get some of the stuff done that I really wanted to get done. Got the Artsy Autism Mom Chronicle 68 out for you guys, and if you have not gone and watched that vlog, please watch that vlog, and I encourage you to go support the company that I highlighted in that particular vlog. It is a company that is another autism mom who happens to be the daughter-in-law of another content creator, and she's using the money to raise funds for her son to get a service companion because he also has seizures. Poor baby. I am thankful to God that that's not something that my son experienced. However, it is not uncommon for children on the spectrum to also have epileptic seizures. And I don't know if it has something to do with the way that the autistic brain is wired. I'm really not sure what really causes those seizures in children on the spectrum, but it unfortunately is not something that is uncommon. I do know that CBD oil is one of the things that they have said does work with helping to reduce seizures. And we all know that as of 2020, CBD is legal in the entire United States. Although it is derived from the same plant that we, get, marijuana from, it is not containing of THC. CBD is a very good pain reliever, as well as they've just found some way that the oils just work miracles with seizures for many children. So I'm thankful that is something that is available out there. Let me see. Well, I know somebody's in the chat, but I guess you're just in the clouds, and that's okay. It's all good. I have it has been busy around the platform as well as in the world. So let's talk about some world stuff first. So there was a police officer in my hometown, unfortunately, who is biracial, but that really doesn't even matter in this situation because, you know, I've told you guys about the blue wall. He's behind the blue wall. Okay. So there's a video that's gone viral in which a young man is asking, hey, Terry, a young man is asking if he's going to shoot him like Ma'Khia Bryant. And then the officer responds, are you going to stab someone like Ma'Khia Bryant did? And that girl didn't stab anybody. And so now the officer's been suspended or been put on administrative leave. He's been relieved of his piece, his gun, and he's on desk duty. Now, there are some people who think that this is just a travesty. I don't happen to be one of them. I think it's good. Good. He shouldn't have said that stupid ass thing to this young man. No, I mean, do people not, I mean, why are black people the ones who are saying the dumb-ish? You know? So this biracial, he looked black, but anyway, biracial officer made this dumbass comment. And all of the dumb comments that I've seen, it's not white people making these stupid comments. It's us. This girl's family has come out and said all kinds of things, and you people still are trying to drag that whole situation through the mud. You know, just like they wanted to bring up all the stuff that happened with Trayvon Martin, you know, prior to him being shot. Well, this girl was an honor student, and there was no anything. The only issue was that she was in the foster system temporarily. But I'm telling you, y'all triggering me with this dumb with this dumb stuff. I'm like, that officer should be sitting home. He should be on administrative leave without pay. All the things that the police department did were the correct things because he said some dumb stuff. That young girl should not have been shot. We all know it. So do the police officers where she resides. Everyone knows that little girl should never have been shot. The whole situation was completely mishandled. Completely mishandled. You know, but this cop, you know, chose to make some stupid ass comment. And yes, it was a Washington, D.C. police. But D.C. police are called Metropolitan Police, just for clarification. There is no D.C. Police Department. The Washington, D.C. Police Department are called the Metropolitan Police because, as we all know, Washington, D.C. is the nation's capital, and it's a metropolitan. So, for whatever reason, that's why they call the Metropolitan Police. But anyway, just thought I'd put that out there. But yeah, wonder which precinct he came from, too. Wonder which precinct that man was from. Hopefully he's not from the one that I grew up under, 14th precinct. Because there's some dumb, stupid suckers over there. But anyway. I digress. See what you guys are saying. Well, here's the stupid thing with the police. And Terry, you probably know this. This is something that we all know. Police are trained to shoot to kill, not shoot to injure. And a lot of police officers are ex-military. And what did they learn in the military? Shoot to kill, not to injure. Same thing. The problem is that the police department was built, during the Reconstruction era and all that stuff. And it really was about, policing us. That's really what it was originally about. Now, they're calling themselves peace officers in most places. Well, if they're going to be peace officers, then maybe peace officers don't need to be walking around with guns, shooting people. Can somebody explain to me how in places like Bermuda, where police don't carry firearms, they're able to do stuff, they're able to conduct their business anyway? I just want to know, because, maybe there's a way to do that here, since we have so many psychos with the badge, who somehow pass the psychological examination to become police officers. And I'm like, clearly they're looking for the wrong things. I can tell you from my own personal experience, because I dated someone who is LAPD. And I was dating him when he was going into the police academy and going through all that stuff. Man, they were asking all questions about anything but, things that could have anything to really deal with the deviant, mind. They only care about if the person has deviant sexual behavior or if they appear to be abusive. They're not asking about if they're crazy, if you've seen them have a mental breakdown. They don't ask none of that kind of stuff. So I don't know what they do in their psychological background. It's kind of sketchy if you think about it. Because what does someone's sexual habits have to do with how they're going to conduct themselves as a police officer? I just wonder, what does that have to do with it? Yeah, and still this is questions that I was asked. At 25. Thank you. When I was 25, okay? I was being asked these kind of questions because that's when he went into the police department. This is someone I dated before I married my son's father. And we're still friends now, He's still a friend of mine now, these days. So, see what you guys are saying. An anti-protest bill, I don't think that's going to work for them. I really don't think that that's going to work. Well, you guys know, remember I told everybody to go to make sure that you were represented in the census and that it was really, really important? Well, let me tell you how important it was. It was so important that that California, for the first time in I don't know how many years, is going to lose a seat in Congress. They had 53 representatives, from the state of California. And we're going to lose one, and it's going to go down to 52 because one of those is going to be another state. And they're anticipating that it's going to be someone in Southern California that's going to lose their seat. Here's what I bet you. Here's who I bet you it won't be. I bet you it won't be Maxine Waters. I bet you it won't be her. If they take it from Southern California, I bet you it won't be her. But that, I told you guys how important the census is really important to the states. But you also have to think about the fact that, too, we know that I know a number of people who have left California in the last 10 years. You know, before 2020 or in 2020. You know, and I know maybe one or two who have come back into the state in the last 10 years. And then the other thing is that although it may appear that our population is expanding, it's not expanding as much as people think. You know, people are not having these large families, you know. And yeah, it looked like we might need a whole bunch of schools maybe 5 years ago, but it doesn't look like we need all those schools now, especially coming out of, you know, a plague and having a number of kids who may never go back into a classroom. This is what you guys are saying. That is crazy, Miss Pamela. I'm gonna have to look that one up. That is insane. You know, I know that. See, they're trying to take away our First Amendment right, freedom of speech, because they're not trying to take it from everybody. They're just trying to take it from us. And this is the reason why. This is one of the main reasons why I say, don't be running behind those BLM people. They ain't about us. You know, we can talk about Black Lives Mattering, and not be behind those people. I'm just saying they're not for us. They're not for a black family that consists of a man and a woman in traditional roles with kids. Let's just be real. Keep telling y'all. So they're not about all black lives. They're not. It's just the truth. The people in London weren't wearing masks. Huh. Isn't like half of Europe shut down and stuff? And you guys, India has the highest rate right now. They're letting people just die out in the streets because they can't handle them in the hospitals. And the doctors over there are begging for oxygen, begging so they can save people. But I'm telling you, I think the ventilators are the death. Everyone that I know that had the C, I told them to please not get on, to try not to get on one of those ventilators, to try to breathe on your own. It just doesn't seem to be a good thing for us. You know, because here's the thing. People of color have a higher percentage of likelihood of getting it and of dying from it. And I don't know if that has more to do with the health constitution of us as a whole, because, you know, a lot of us don't like to go to the doctor. In the year of 2020, being locked up in the house just made some people be more validated in not stepping foot in a doctor's office. I don't really like doctors that much either. And my father's a doctor. But I can't doctor everything on myself. I got to check out some things outside of myself just to make sure that, my analysis is the same as, other things. But I'm certainly not one of those people who is going to be in line ready for somebody to give me a handful of pills. I don't see any need for anything crazy like that. But, I am a woman of a certain age. So there's certain things that I do need to get checked out on a regular basis. Just because, I am in the quote unquote pause, and therefore, I have to make sure that my body is having certain, hormones and, things or vitamins that I may no longer naturally being produced. I need to make sure I'm getting the proper supplements to make sure that I have enough calcium, that I'm either getting out in the sun and getting the vitamin D or making sure I'm getting the vitamin D in my diet. Those kind of things. Drinking lots of water. And when I say drinking lots of water, I mean drinking lots of water at one time. Not drinking lots of water over a period of time. I'm going to take this, if you're going to drink 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water a day, then that means each time you sit down, you're drinking a full 8 ounces. Personally, I think we need more than that. A gallon of water is not a lot of water. When you consider that our bodies are, predominantly made up of water, water makes the blood flow. Water makes the blood flow. I'm just saying, and if the blood is flowing properly, then you also have less, chances of things like blood clots happening. Because, they can happen. Even without taking some daggone vaccine. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, yeah, I know she said she may not get it. Yeah, I know. My guy works outside of the house, and after the stuff happened with J&J, he's like, he don't even know if he's going to do it either, unless they force him to. Me, I probably will because I want to be able to go see my dad. But, I just want to make sure it's safe. My son got the full one of I think he did the Pfizer. He didn't have no issues. None. Not with the first one, not with the second one. No issues at all. Just his arm was a little sore. That's all. And his father, who had the C, felt something each time he got one. So, I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that, here's the thing. I can promise you that if I do get it, they ain't gonna see me coming back for no booster. So, I ain't gonna let you stick a needle in my arm twice. What you gonna do? Chase me down? Make me take it again? I don't think so. Oh, really? And I think that one of those, they finally determined that it was 15 women in the United States that ended up with getting some type of rare blood clot. One of them, I believe, was a young girl about 18. They got it. So here's what my concern would be. My concern would be for women, because clearly this was women that are in their childbearing years, because that seems to be the ones who had the issue. The youngest was 18, and none of them were over the age of 50, so that means they were all pretty much doing the childbearing years, because, contrary to popular belief, a lot of women do not actually go through menopause until after age 50. I can attest, I am one of them. Okay? I was over the age of 50. And the same is true for other women. All women don't go through, that part of not, in their 40s. That's not true. Most of us, it's in our 50s. Which is pretty much for men, so y'all get another 15 years. Whoopee! But, a man between the ages of 55 and 70 who is still trying to have children, you have to question why. You have to question why. Now it's one thing if maybe they've never had a kid, and so they're having a child later in life. But that's not what's going on. Most of the time, they got grown kids, and now they just starting all over. I have a cousin who did it, so I know. I'm just, in my head, I'm like, his kids from his first marriage are grown. He got married again, married a younger woman who's, wasn't even 30, and within a year, she was pregnant. Yes, sir, she was. And now he has a youngster again, because his two kids, my cousins from his first marriage, they're both adults. That's crazy. Oh no, I wasn't trying to even, I know. My sister has already said my sister for sure says she's not going to do it. I said, well, what about going seeing Dad? She said, I'll worry about that when I cross that bridge. I said, oh, okay. Because my father has, I don't know how he's going to do. I'm sure he's not going to just, end up and say, my sister can't come see him if she doesn't get it or anything. But, and see, she actually got it. She got the C. Her and her son both had it, because her son's girlfriend is a nurse, so she brought it home from the hospital. So it's a personal decision. It's a personal decision. My personal opinion is that the only thing that the vaccine does is it just helps helps some people not to get the most severe case of it, because it's still not 100% guaranteed. I told y'all, I have a friend who is currently in the hospital, COVID positive, had COVID, got both doses of the Pfizer, got COVID again. So even getting any of these vaccines, you're still going to have to do the social distancing. You still, in my opinion, are going to have to mask up, because what will happen for many people who get the vaccine, in my opinion, can still get it and be asymptomatic. That's my opinion. So my opinion is that it's not going to stop people from having to mask up, from having to social distance. I don't care what the numbers are telling you where you are, because in some parts of the country, the numbers are going down. In other parts of the country, they're going up. Yes, overall in the entire country, they're going down. Because, less people are getting it, and maybe because people are getting the vaccines. I don't know. But none of them there's no 100% vaccine for anything. None of that stuff's is 100%. It's not, this isn't like chicken pox or the measles, which they can give you something that will guarantee you won't get it. It's not like that. So they're seeing that there's now a hesitancy, apparently, from a number of people to get it. Even with it being open to everyone over the age of 16, pretty much across the country. People aren't rushing in. I know at least here where I am, you can pretty much walk up and get one. People, you don't have to necessarily make an appointment, because right now they've got enough to cover extra people, because people aren't booking them up. And my personal opinion is that when that mess happened with the J&J, that just put a whole nother set of people off from even considering it. I think there were a lot of people who were considering getting it until the mess happened with J&J. And now they're like, I ain't doing nothing unless I have to. So, but I know that there are some people that their jobs are going to, it's going to be a matter of their employment. There are employers who are already starting to do that. And there are employers who, as a condition of employment, you're getting the vaccine. For people who are going back to work. So, those situations are going to come into play for some people when it's going to be a choice of their finances. Thankfully, I work from home, so it's not an issue. Of course, tomorrow I have to do, they have the, you guys know, like the annual sexual harassment things and security things that a lot of employers make people go through. Yeah, I got to do that tomorrow morning. So I'm going to get online early. Like, I'm going to do it first thing in the morning. And we have a town hall. But I'm going to do it right after the town hall, because tomorrow is the 28th, right? So tomorrow's the 28th. It has to be done by Friday. No, by the 30th. And when's the 30th? It's the 30th. 30th is Thursday. Yeah, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's like an hour. It's like 90 minutes. So I'm going to do it tomorrow. Y'all. Because in the company that I work for, because we're like a compliance company and everything, everyone in the company, all the way up to the president and CEO, have to do it as a matter of employment, of continued employment with the company. We have to do this annually, every single freaking year. So I'm going to be doing it tomorrow morning. See what you guys are saying. I know. That's what I was saying. Some people have not gone back to get their second shot. That got either the Moderna or the Pfizer. They didn't go back to get their second shot. They're saying that that's what's going on. A lot of people haven't even come back to get the second daggone shot. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen about this herd immunity that they're trying to get. And the last time they were talking about, these freaking color codes we have in California. I don't know about other states, but, we have like the purple tier, red tier, the orange tier, and then the yellow tier is the last tier where everything is, I guess, as normal as it's going to be. Well, last I heard is that we're going to be sticking around in the orange tier for quite some time, and that they don't see us being able to get to that yellow tier until sometime closer to the date that quote unquote governor of California put in place, which he wanted, I think, which is June the 15th or something like that. He wants to have the state completely open back up. Let's pray. Y'all, let's pray. Shoot. Well, they had a Dodger game because, they're starting to let people into sporting events now. They ain't got to the point of having concerts quite yet, but they're coming, y'all. But they've had sporting events, and they said that at the Dodgers game, that was either yesterday or Sunday. I don't know what day it was. No, it couldn't have been Sunday. It was yesterday. Because the Oscars. No, it couldn't have been yesterday because yesterday was Sunday. So it must have been Saturday. Yesterday was Sunday. Today's Monday. Anyway, so the Dodgers sold 500 seats to people who were fully vaccinated and they didn't have to wear a mask. And they sold out, and they had 500 people there, and they were able to sit there without their mask on. The rest of the stadium was like, people in little, I guess, huddles and stuff. And I know that the Lakers and the Clippers have also, and it's going on around. So they're opening stuff up. We shall see, y'all. I'm just saying. But I am not an advocate for everybody to run out there and get the vaccine. It is a personal decision. Because even if you do get it, you still have to do all of this other stuff. And you can still catch it. You can still catch it. That part. And that makes y'all think, well, what the hell? What's the point? I wonder the same thing too sometimes, y'all. What is the real point? Because there are no guarantees. I mean, what we now call the common cold, y'all know at one point that was something that would kill people. there's still no cure for the common cold. It's just a bunch of different viruses, you know, that float around. And basically your body just has to fight them off. You know, and I mean, the only things that I've seen that they have used that I think people have used outside is like the antibody treatments, which I guess is similar, you know, where they're giving them antibodies to help their blood to, you know, to fight it off and everything. You know, but that's for someone who doesn't have a compromised immune system, someone who's healthy. You know, but the thing is that they don't even know what damage it does to those who get it long term. So many questions, so many things to think about in regards to that stuff. Quite depressing. You know, but it's just it's the days that we're living in. I am glad that I've been able to go back to church, but we're really not at full capacity. I mean, because we can't even sing really. I mean, we got a choir of 20 of us, and only 6 of us can be on the platform right now. And the crazy thing is that there's only a few more of us that are coming to church right now. I'm like, are we gonna lose our choir? But our pastor even said, she says, there's some people who may never come back to church. They may never come back to church now. You know, they may only be members of churches virtually and never set foot back in the building, or they may just swear off churches completely. You know, I can tell you that each week there's more people in the sanctuary, you know, but we haven't, you know, reached whatever that capacity is of that we're full yet, you know, with people sitting in clusters. But I know, like the first week, I was able to sit in my normal spot that I normally sat in, but then the next week I had to sit another place, and then this week I had to sit another place, which tells me the next week I'm going to be there 15 minutes early. So I can sit where you know, so I can, you know, because I before all of this, y'all know, I mean, I would be at church an hour before service. And so, yeah, this is very different for me because we have a limited amount of us who can be involved in the service because of what's going on. It's crazy, you know. But, you know, I'll take the fact that I'm able to go to church. I'm able to go to Bible study on Tuesday. I don't have to watch my pastor on Zoom. You know, my son missed it so much. I mean, for months, 4 months, he's been playing this one song that the choir that he is in sings all the time. He just keeps playing the daggone song. Poor child. You know, I told him to reach out to his choir director on Instagram. You know, but yeah, they haven't. I mean, we haven't even allowed the youth to get back up there and sing. It's gonna be a long journey. Like, we normally have a special thing for the women in our on Mother's Day weekend, and we normally have it in our church in the gymnasium area, because we own what used to be the Inglewood Y. They moved somewhere else. So this year, because of what's going on, we're going to do it outside as an outside garden party. So I pray that it's beautiful weather next weekend. And everyone's going to bring their own picnic with everything that they're going to have for the people at their table. So I'm just going to ask my sister if she wants to come And I'm going to ask maybe one other friend that I know hasn't been out there willy-nilly if they want to come. And it'll probably be us. And the fourth person that I would normally, and then I'll probably ask my goddaughter. The only other person that I would normally ask died a couple of weeks ago. One of my best friends at church. You know, we couldn't even go to her funeral. It was on Zoom. So, you know, for me, like, I had a party that I was invited to this weekend, you guys. I didn't even go to the party because I'm like, it's going to be so many people there, and I just don't want a chance being around people that I haven't been around. I don't know how they've been conducting themselves for the last year. You know, some of them I've seen on social media never wearing a mask and being out and not social distancing. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. So instead of me going to the party that was outside at a fish fry, I wanted to go so bad. I sent a cash app to the person whose birthday it was so that they knew that I was thinking about them, but I just was not going to do the crowd. And from what I understand, there was at least 50 people there. At least 50 people there. And this was at somebody's house in their backyard. And they don't own a mansion. You know? So I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just trying to be safe. Safe first. You know? I mean, I know people who this thing has taken out of here. So I'm not of the opinion that it doesn't exist. You know? But I'm not going to put myself out there to catch it either. You know? I'm just going to be careful. I have to. You know? Now my son, you know, he's going to have to go out of the house. He doesn't have the luxury that I do. You know, he's going to be in a day programming, you know, and I mean, I would love to have him at home, you know, and protect him from the world so he don't catch nothing. But the reality is that I have to work and he has to learn how to work. And he has to learn skills to be able to take care of himself. And he ain't going to learn those being here with me. You know, so reluctantly, and it was reluctant me, I'm the reluctant one. You know, he did get it. But his father wanted him to get it. And I just didn't want to make it an issue because, you know, I know my son is going to be in a situation where he could potentially be exposed to it once he is outside of the house. So, you know, all I can do is pray. And, you know, and I'm happy that he hasn't had any side effects to this point, and I'm going to just keep praying over him. No, Tara, we're not. Our people aren't serious. Well, see, you know, like I was in another chat earlier today, and you know, someone said something that's very, very true. When Black people obtain power, they don't tell other Black people how to get that power, because then they would have to share it. Each person who gets it has to learn how to get it themselves. And nobody ever shares that information. That's why we are not powerful. Other ethnicities don't act like that. We're the only ones who are that foolish. We don't understand that we shouldn't unite. We don't understand. We don't. You know, that's why it's like all this foolishness that's been going on this platform, you know, with, you know, all of these quote unquote sectors merging together. And in all actuality, here's the funny thing. This is just my opinion. We were all occupying the same space in the first place. It's just that we didn't realize it. You know? We didn't realize it. But, you know, like I said earlier, I have been kind of like going and hanging out in some of the art, you know, in the art community, hanging out in a lot of different lives in the art community. And just, you know, watching that and just getting inspiration for things that I'm going to do and getting ideas, because I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to be doing this diamond painting and be able to do it in a live, you know, so that you guys could see me doing it. So I was over on another content creator's channel who just happened to be doing some diamond painting. And I went in there live, so I saw how they had it set up. So I need to get a streaming camera. That's what I need to do. Because then if I have a streaming camera, then I could probably have two cameras, and one that's maybe just focused on what I'm doing, you know, on the big screen for you guys to see. And then like have myself, I don't know, gotta figure it out. Well, we lack real Black leadership. There's some Black leadership around, may not be the Black leadership that we want, though. You know, they're not always for us. They're usually about themselves. They make you think that they're for you until they get to a certain echelon. Once they get to a certain echelon, it's like, who? They forget all about you. Yeah. They become like politicians. I'm telling you. Well, you know, it's the crab in the barrel mentality, Miss Pamela. It's the crab in the barrel mentality. And you see it playing out here on this platform, too. You know, nobody wants to see anybody else doing good. If you're doing good, well, let me just tear you down. Because I can't have you doing better than me. You know? And then it gets people to the point that they just want to stay in their own, do their own stuff, get on here, do their stuff, and get off. I mean, you have some content creators that, you know, are great in this space that for a long period of time weren't even live streaming. Now they're live streaming again. But they weren't. Like Chrissy was for a long time. Chrissy was not live streaming because of all the ish going on. And as soon as she started live streaming again, she had to start live streaming because she had to address some foolery, you know, that was going on the platform. You know, people kept having her name in their mouth, and she was ignoring them until she couldn't ignore them anymore. And so then she dragged them for filth and went about her merry way. You know? Another one who hadn't been coming on for a while, but now has started to do live streams again, is Paris Milan. You know, these are some of the little young popping content creators that people tried to tear down. You know, tried to run them off the platform. Still trying to run Chrissy off the platform. Chrissy's like, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, you guys, in regards to the membership, it should be on by Wednesday. I think the emojis don't have to be approved for it to be turned on. I just turned them in. I think the only thing that had to be approved is the pricing for each level. So I'm trying to keep it economical, but I don't want to make it. I don't want to. In other words, I'm not trying to make them too expensive, and I'm not trying to make them too cheap, because the way that it works with the memberships is that once you set your prices for each level, that's it forever. So, you know, I see people putting these high prices, and I understand why they're doing it, because they're anticipating that they're going to grow to a certain level and they're going to be able to do that. But I still, you know, don't want to do that necessarily, because to me, and this is just to me, you know, this is like a subsidy. I'm not living. YouTube is not what I'm going to ever make my living off of. You know, for the people who make their living off of YouTube, that's great. And if I blow up on YouTube, that's wonderful. This still will not be the way that I'm going to be making my living. Let me just say that. It will just offshoot me to do what I want to do. It'll just free me up to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I told you guys what ultimately DC wants to do. I just want to be writing my books, painting my pictures, writing my poems, writing my songs, you know, doing my art, and, you know, have a trust fund set up for my freaking son so he'll be taken care of when I'm gone. That's my goal. That's my goal. So everything that I'm doing is to that end, you know, not to become some big YouTube star. You know, because I'm bigger than YouTube. This is just a platform to get my message out. You know, and I see other people jumping over there onto, you know, to Bigo or whatever, and then Clubhouse and everything. You know, hey, look, I gotta stay focused. Let me build one up before I be running off to all these different things. And I'm on Clubhouse. You know, but I'm not doing anything on there. So I'm just on there. Let me get ready to get off of here. I'm going to come on camera for you guys, because it's about that time. And here comes David. Y'all know he's coming. Here comes King David. All right, let me get myself on camera. Where's the camera? Oh, I always have it up so you guys can't see me. Hey guys. Let me move it up so you can see him. Say hi. Hi. Okay. As you guys can see, I'm still wearing not my hair. Well, my hair is under here. Believe me, it's under here. But yeah, this is another purple. This is the purple, but this isn't the one that I posted. That one is a little shorter. Yes, a shorter one. This one is kind of like longer. I got a couple of them, you know, for characters. I got one more coming for another character in a whole nother play. Another movie. Y'all. Yeah, my characters at this particular point, the ones that I'm going to be playing right now, are not. Well, they could be natural sisters, but maybe just not natural braid sisters. So, you know. But I'm going to get ready to get off of here, you guys. I am, you know, like I said, the membership should be up and running, and I should be getting my video together for that, all that coming. Coffee Talk series, I'm working on that. I am working on a painting vlog for you guys. I am working on a gardening therapy one. My son and I are going to do, it's supposed to be nice this weekend, so hopefully we'll be able to do it this weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to do it this weekend. I don't know. Because I don't know. He might not be here this weekend because in my head I'm thinking I think I have to be on set this weekend, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you guys back in real time on Wednesday for Not So Random Chats. Y'all will see my daily short pop-ups tomorrow. I'll put one up. If you haven't gone and watched Artsy Autism Mom Vlog 68 about Linux lights, candles, please go look at that. That is my autism awareness spotlight for this month. It is another content creator's daughter-in-law's company. They are great candles. I think I got one of them in here. Yeah, one of them is here in the kitchen. Wait 1 second, y'all. Here is one of them. This is the Saturday afternoon, and it smells so good. It smells so good, you guys. It smells so good. I had it burning earlier, but I'm trying to save it. I don't want to burn it all at one time, but I'm gonna have to get some more of these candles. Please look at that. The mom is raising money to get a service companion for her son who is on the autism spectrum, and he also has seizures. So go check it out. Check out her website, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, you guys. Peace.